Hello friends, how are you? You won't ask me how I am, how I am doing. No, there is no communication. Just sitting inside four wall. Just 8th April I lost my mother due to COVID. Today is another sad day for me. 15th May. From 8th May to 15th May, I lost my father due to COVID and sudden shock that what he had got because of my death of my mother 6 days back. My mother-in-law is also undergoing COVID treatment. My Didi, it is not Didi means Didi is not a brand name is Bengal. It is not the Mamata Didi, it's my own Didi. And Jamai Babu, her husband, both are admitted in COVID hospital. My another sister's small kid, his son, and her husband also infected with COVID. They are also undergoing treatment because it's election duty. He got some infection and undergoing treatment. Friends, I do not have any word to say. That's why I am not able to move from Mumbai to Kolkata. I won't be able to see my father even if I wish. Under COVID rule, you cannot touch, you cannot meet. My father, now it is a dead body. Friends, I really do not have any word. I was thinking what to do, what not to do. I have not told my family members, even though my wife asked me about my father. She knows my mother died. I was going through a lot of mental stress for few days. Friends, how to release the stress? I was wondering. I am a sensible person. I am a sensible thinker. I can think logically. I can think philosophically. I can close my eyes. I have predicted 20 years back, being as a student of biology, whatever knowledge, understanding I have about microbiology, biotechnology, immunology, virology, whatever I have read, I am a poet. I write poetry. I have a strong imagination. I have a strong belief. 25 years back, I have told if there is anything war is happening in this world, it will be biological world. Just 25 years down the line now, the whole world is thinking that coronavirus is a natural virus. And for that purpose, whatever precautionary measurement is required, we are doing. Vaccination and other programs, COVID protocol. Last 14-15 months, it is totally under lockdown. We really do not know what is happening, what we are supposed to do. We are obeying whatever government is telling. Friends, I am confused. My normal mind, whatever understanding, whatever knowledge, wisdom I have, I am totally puzzled. I have never ever thought my dialectical thought process. I read whatever chaos theory, thermodynamics, biology, physics, chemistry, mathematics, or mathematical modeling, whatever understanding I have today, I lost everything. My mind is not working at all. I really do not know what is happening. I have been telling, I have been writing blogs, I have made videos, uploaded in the YouTube, Facebook. For more than 2 hours, I talked about history of science, where I have clearly told how this nation, the entire world, has been fooled many times, from First World War, Second World War, Gulf War, Saddam Hussein anthrax regime, then Second World War, Manhattan Project, theory of Einstein. Einstein is writing to American president to have the nuclear bomb, and that is being charged. Einstein might be knowing all those things. Heisenberg might be knowing all those things. All the scientific community that is kept under the dark, under the garbage. The political establishment has done whatever damage they have to do during Second World War by killing 76 million people. Friends, you have seen in the name of anthrax how the American establishment proved in front of UN, Colin Powell, that there is an anthrax virus, and they have attacked and destroyed Iraq, Saddam Hussein regime. Please go back to the history how that's inhuman activities that is done in the name of biological warfare, showing the world Saddam Hussein is going to use anthrax to kill the people. I have not seen any paper that has been published in Nature or Scientific American that time. There is no evidence that time. They are not there. They could not establish that there is a trace of anthrax research activities going on in Saddam Hussein's regime. We all know what is the intention behind it. We all know what is the intention behind the Manhattan Project. Friends, let me tell you, I am a great believer of history of science teaches us how scientific community that has been fooled many a times. Every time they have kept under the dark and used for certain purpose. Many countries, they have solved their purpose. Either it is economic aggression or technological aggression using science at very derogative way. It is using against the humanity. Friends, all you know, Einstein is equal to mc square, that is been used for creating nuclear bomb. Einstein also has written to American president there is a need of nuclear bomb. Einstein, I am not blaming Einstein, he might not be knowing the consequences. Manhattan Project, Oppenheimer, all those great physicists, there are 150,000 scientists, they worked day and night in Manhattan Project. The final product is the atom bomb that is being charged in Hiroshima, Nagasaki. What history is teaching us? Teaching us is development at the cost of certain sacrifice. Till date, Japan is also suffering genetic disorder. You know the uranium, how this thing. After that, America, they went further to hydrogen bomb. That time Oppenheimer was silent. He rejected that. He doesn't like to continue it. Einstein objected because they already get the taste of the Second World War in Japan, what had happened. The Oppenheimer's great statement, blood in my hand. His Bhagavad Gita, he is quoting. His spiritualism is showing. It's the realization of the Oppenheimer can tell you they have the better, greater humanity is there. Friends, I am not here to talk about history of science. Probably everybody knows more than me what. I am trying to interpret that how 100 years history, all scientific community, they have been fooled, how the Scientific American Journal or Nature Journal, they have not raised, they have given clean cheat to everywhere. And today in coronavirus pandemic stage, they have also given clean cheat that this pandemic, COVID-19 virus is a natural virus. Whatever my knowledge and wisdom I have, understanding I have about the biology, I am 120% sure this is an artificial virus that is created in China. This communist China is responsible. World is not speaking a single word. And for that matter, we are paying price. Why Nature Journal or Scientific American with the research paper published, they have mentioned it is a natural selection. Whatever COVID virus has come, it is all natural. Friends, let me tell you, Scientific American or Nature, they are not the custodian of the civilians of this Mother Earth. People are dying because of these Chinese aggressive policies. If they are so honest about the whole thing, why they have stopped when UN wanted to visit BBC, all those news channel people wanted to visit and see the Wuhan lab. Why there is hide and seek game is going on? If I am honest, I've been telling, I have given 100 minutes my video lecture. I don't like to get into the deeper of this subject. If anybody is interested, probably one can go and search my YouTube. I have explained each and everything, what is the conspiracy theory going on. Whatever, China is not facing any kind of problem now. They are quite natural. We are facing, India is facing, all these poor countries are facing those problems. What India government is doing best they can do, thinking this is a natural thing. I am trying to tell you, get into the problem. If there is a fire, further fire, is one house is under fire, you can control, you can call the firefighter. If second house is under fire, third house, fourth house, fifth house, our investigative, our imagination, our mind should not be in a direction believing Scientific American or Nature journal, for that matter, any journal. It is very simple, fundamental. Any 10 standard, 12 standard guy can understand what is this virus is all about. Anybody can understand if you understand the molecular biology or biotechnology, how genes can be manipulated and tampered, can be new genome can be developed, for that matter new virus can be developed. I am a student of biology. Even though I can talk the philosophy, I am not able to understand the whole world, why they have taken this matter so simply. The common people like my mother, my father, all my sister, brother, they are suffering. Friends, this is not done. I am not a student of economics or arts or literature or poetry, for that matter. If I have to believe the science, I have every right to question the whole world. What is this hell happening in this world? Can anybody answer? If anybody has got courage, I can challenge and I bet. I question the honesty level of China, the hypocrisy. World is not telling. All the Nobel laureates people are sitting Stanford, all those universities doing research, Caltech, all those immunology, biotechnology. What the hell everybody is doing? Why there is no question? I really do not have any answer. It is very, very easy to manufacture a new entity. We have all forgotten human genome project, potato, tomato, all those things, breed, many items, many things that came into. Everybody knows it is, you can apply science. There is no rocket science is required. Only Nobel laureate can understand what science they are doing. I want to come back to the reality. I want to enter or tell the whole world you have normal consciousness to ask question. I want to go back to a beautiful poetry. Friends, I want to have little water. I want to speak today. I want to speak from my mind. Nobody can stop me, because there is no intellectual class sitting in front of me and want to give me clap nice presentation. I am not a hypocritic intellectual. One can go see my all videos loaded. I talked. I am the first person talked and talked, told very clearly with evidence. This is artificial virus. This is biological war, what I have predicted 25 years back. Friends, I do not have script in front of me. I am speaking from my mind. With this camera is there, I am speaking. I have the clarity of thoughts to speak each and every word. What I am speaking from the mind. I am not a hypocritical like Dr. Kunal Sarkar, who goes telegraph, summit and talks goody thing. They tell that Bohiragato. If I am Bohiragato today, the outsider, Dr. Kunal Sarkar, please remember, we don't want your hypocrisy. We don't want your advice. You shut off your mouth. You know what you are doing. You talk about the humanity, justice. Please talk. Talk about the scientific research, what they have developed. Don't talk about the Bohiragatas and all those things. The migrant laborers are not the Bohiragato. They have the piece of land in Bengal. During COVID time, they have every right to come back, because your Bengal is not able to give them shelter. I don't like to get into debate. I have many things I have told. I have made a vision plan of India for 15 years. What are the things are going to change radically? Let's not be hypocritical. Enough intellectualism has done. I have interacted with many good minds in this world. They worked under Nobel laureate. They have come. They talked about all intellectualism, all theoretical thing. Finally, time has come to speak the truth. If you want to save your family members, I have been telling few days back, This matter is going to save violent the day it comes to your home, your doorstep. You will realize that how much pain one can go days after days by digesting everything. We are all working like a firefighter. 140 crores people in India, all scientific community to worker, whatever that is being told. You get injection, all those things. These are all firefighting job. We are not getting into the problem. Where is protest for the scientific community? I am yet to understand all those things. Don't we have little sense? This logic. You might be from the arts, you might be from the philosophy, but philosophical understanding, you don't need to be a PhD from the Stanford, from the Oxford, from the Cambridge, or from the MIT. For that matter, from Nobel Foundation, it is not required to get Nobel Prize to understand what is happening. My only fear is the silence of the entire intellectual committees, intellectual mind, all the political establishment, communist friends, and all those things. It's a Chinese communist virus. I want to make sure that China is heading towards another North Korea. Please see the history, read history after 10-15 years, you will understand. I have expressed my opinion, open voice. I have prepared last night, I have been preparing 7 hours lecture with a closed dark room. Nobody is there. I have spoken from my heart that what are the agenda, what are the issues that is hindering factors for the development of India. Where is the problem? I have taken few aspects, socio-economic aspect, the technological aspect, industrial development, agricultural development, and lacuna in political system. Another is healthcare system. I have covered all those things. I want to talk about my wisdom because I am a citizen of India. I love my India. I love my parents. I love my brother, sister. I don't want to die my all relatives, my brother, sister, neighbor, and everybody. When we can raise our voice, when we can talk about what is the nonsense happening, don't you ask your consciousness? God has given this consciousness to think. For that matter, you don't need any education. You don't need any big degree from Stanford, California. For that matter, you might not be a Nobel laureate. You might not be a microbiologist, biologist. You can be a simple, ordinary person like me who doesn't know anything. I am not an intellectual in this society. I've been speaking in my own capacity. Friends, let me take some water and let me continue further. I'll continue because of dehydration. I am feeling little dehydrated. So as long as you can drink this water, it can help you. I'm not intellectual. After talking, you take a champagne or wine bottle and you enjoy and talk about the what is the bloody nonsense things are going in the society. After that, you forget everything. Excuse me, friend. Let me have water. I don't drink. I drink water. I don't drink alcohol. I drink water. Thank you very much. I'll come back within 2 seconds. Friends, I want to come down. I want to compose myself. I am a very composed man because I am a poet. I have written many poetries. I am a biologist. So, I am a theoretical biologist. I have worked on mathematical modeling. I have 10, 12 technologies. I have been promoting all over India, all over the world, meeting good minds. They have published paper in Nature, Scientific American. There are good people who are so-called, we say, the father of Indian Green Revolution. I have a chance to also meet Dr. Abdul Kalam, President of India. So I have blessings. I have blessings. More than 10,000 scientists across India who knows me personally in my area of research. Either it is CSIR, DST, ICAR, International Research Institute, all agricultural universities, central universities, whoever it might be. I am a small man. I have a eager to know many things. Today I am speaking. I am not supposed to speak, but how long I can be a silent spectator? What is there to earn money if I am not able to save my closest one? I am not able to save my near and dearer. If I am not able to get into the problem, I am not here to resolve the problem. I am just telling the silence. I am requesting the scientific community, UN, or whoever is there monitoring and managing everything. They should, it's a wake up call for everybody. Friends, let me quote, let me open up my poetic mind. This presentation is dedicated to my father who died today at 6:30. It's 15th May. This is dedicated to my mother who died on 8th May at 2 o'clock. It's a matter of 6 days. My mind is really not working. I lost my parents who taught me everything. Friends, let me recite this poetry of Tagore, where the mind is without fear and the head is high, where the knowledge is free, where world has not driven up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. It's from the Tagore poetry. It talks about the knowledge, wisdom. The whole world should be your home. Wherever you want to go, you can go. He talks a very holistic way. Here, nationalism is not there. The entire world is your home. Friends, I am yet to understand the philosophical understanding of this poetry. I have been reading last 15 years history of science. I have been reading or following all the Nobel laureates from 1901 to 1920, whoever has got Nobel Prize, what kind of area they are working, what are their contribution. I was following because of my curiosity. As I always feel that knowledge is power, it doesn't take money. I might be a poor man, but nobody has right to take my wisdom not to know something. I need to get into the deeper problem. I do not like to be a hypocritical. I want to be very straight. My father, my mother has taught me, even though they are not intelligent, they are not qualified, they don't have degree. They have taught me how to be very straight. Today I am very straight. I am not worried about all those things. My father has died. I have the deepest condolence in my heart. I carry that. Friends, I want to talk about something else. I talked about the COVID virus. Now I am going to talk about our intellectual strength in India. For last 100 years we talk about, we are very proud about our intellectual strength, what I have. I want to tell you there are critical erosion of our intellectualism. We are all very superficial. We all wanted to. Everybody talks about Marxism, Leninism, all those isms, but nobody follows in their own life. It's not easy to fall. Socialism, bourgeois system, all those things, theory and practical is totally different. Life is different. If everything to be taken into one platform, who are talking against the nationalism, the communist people, I have a simple submission in front of them. When you get a job, when you find a other competitive fellow who is more qualified than you, do you offer your job that, hey, come, I am not capable to do it, you deserve it? When it is coming for your personal goal and achievement, you know what things are required, but you theoretically practice all those things. You wanted to tell the world, I want to have a communism, and it is very evolving thing. I do not know what kind of evolution they are seeing, whether they have read Darwinism or not. I want to tell you, please read Darwinism, you will understand all those things. Even though Darwin may not be knowing what is COVID-19 virus, because there is no microscope that has been discovered at that time, because Darwin doesn't have the eyes to see how the small tiny organism looks like. Friends, I want to be very straight today. I want to be very honest today. I want to speak from my heart, right? I want my request to all intellectual committee across globe, either it is in UN, WHO, global leaders, including India, our intellectual society should come forward and think about what I have told. Until or unless if they don't create a pressure to China collectively, you never know what they are doing at back door. They might bring COVID new mutant. They know they can have their own vaccine to protect their own citizen. What about they have 140 crores, 45 crores population? What about the rest of the world? Until or unless we raise and analyze and sincerely think about all those things very logically. That's why I have given the example of history. I want to know whoever scientist working for this COVID virus lab, what about their whereabouts? Nature is not, Scientific American is not the custodian of the total 745 crores people in this Mother Earth. They are also part of the system. There must be some accountability at the end of the day if we really want to save the humanity. Friends, I talked about the nationalism. We hate the nationalist. The communists, they hate the nationalist. Rishi Aurobindo was nationalist. Swami Vivekananda was nationalist. Subhash Chandra Bose was nationalist. What is wrong with them? Don't you follow them? You can always imagine a boundaryless society. You can object to CA, NRC, all those things. The reality is you have to understand the reality. Why you need to protect your own country. Why you want to raise their voice. Please learn from Israel. Whoever is blaming Israel, what is happening, I wanted to tell them very clearly, go back, read the history. How the British colonization, their mind, white skin, how this divided and rule policy, how they have divided the present Israel, Palestine, Gaza, whatever these things are happening. The poor people are fighting. You have seen our history, what had happened, how British I am not blaming. People blame that Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi is the conspirator of partition of India, including Muhammad Ali Jinnah. They are all the mouthpiece creation. For me, if I take philosophically, they have not done anything wrong. It's a creation. Every time you create somebody, a mouthpiece, a kind of Frankenstein imaginary thing you prepare and use them. They're very shrewd minds. Please go back, read the history, how the British colonization affected many countries in many ways. It is time has come. It is not to read what Noam Chomsky has written. Please, Israel has got every right to protect. They are nationalists, that's why they could survive. Each Israel people are trained and designed to protect their nation whenever, whatever time it is required. I have so many Israeli friends. I have so many engineers whom I have sent to Israel. They are nationalists. That's why a country like Israel, they could survive irrespective of having so many climatic problems. There is no water. How they are converting seawater to potable water. All the Arabian countries, I'm not getting into those history debate. They are proud. They are proud what they are doing to save their own country. Each country has got right to save it. Time has come not to do intellectualism. What Tagore's poetry I have told, he might have philosophically anticipated. I can think philosophically many things, but that is not the reality in life. The practicality, the practical approach should be there. We are all independent. You have a country, you have a border, you have to protect your countrymen so that they have food, shelter, medicine, whatever protection is required. I asked my communist friend, can you go to US or can you go to Germany or can you go to South Korea? Can you go to Tel Aviv without any passport? That time you don't talk about the nationalism. You can straight away enter, no? No problem. You can put a nationalistic tag that I am holding the whole universe is my home. Let me get into the system. Look, things are not so simple the way we think it. Change your mind, change your perception, change. If you don't change your conflict between your theoretical understanding and reality, there will be a fight. Your mind will be disturbed. You won't be able to achieve. That's why the falling of communism is happening. Within communists now the dictatorship is coming. You have seen what had happened, what is going on in North Korea. You know who is Stalin? Is a communist? What? Please go back and read history. You will understand who is Stalin is all about, how he is created. Please read that. First World War, you have created the country USSR is a communist country. Second World War, we know American aggression, how they are the largest economy. Now it's a turn of China. They are playing the major role. They are the big economy at the cost of. During Corona time, they are doing the maximum business because they have all the production unit loaded over there. I have so many companies. I know China. I have been taking a lot of stuff from them. They have everything is ready. They can supply the whole world. Absolutely no problem. You ask anything, oxygen concentrator, oxygen generator, all COVID related item, whatever things you ask, they will give you. They don't deny anything lot like us. They have developed their infrastructure. in last 50 years, friends. Today I want to remember my father. He is not very intelligent or very ordinary person. He died today. He taught me many things. When I was trying to understand the economics is a very great subject to deal with. I had a lot of curiosity to understand how the economics works. At childhood, I used to see my father. He used to do all those things without having any bank account. He used to take care of all his family members, whatever agricultural products he had. That time also he had a vision to set up a school. He felt that education is required. That's why he has established a school over there. Friends, I want to tell my mother she is also not very qualified, even she cannot sign, she cannot read anything, totally illiterate. She died. I wish she should be in good health in heaven. I have more submission. My mother, I have love for animals I learned from my mother. I am learning today what is microeconomics, what is macroeconomics today. I am not passed out from the Stanford University or MIT, for that matter, London School of Economics. I want to understand the economics. I want to understand the intellectual capabilities of whole India. We are so proud about the Nobel Prize. From childhood, I had a lot of curiosity to know what are the qualities, what actual work they do. We talk about poverty alleviation, microeconomics, macroeconomics, the innovation in poverty alleviation. What is this innovation? Innovation we have heard in our subject. Innovation means you develop a technology. That is innovation. Poverty, innovation in poverty. What is this new terminology that is coming? These are all very illusionary things. Today I think my father, without knowing this terminology, he used to lead his life very happily. Without thinking, without his vision, he could establish a school over there. It is a comparable to present Shanti Niketan today. Close to 50,000 students passed out for last 40 years. This is a very important thing. He felt that time there is a need for education. We talk about great Nobel laureate 1913, Rabindranath Tagore. He has established Shantiniketan with a vision. Education should be in an open platform and everybody to be given education. Very big people, Indira Gandhi, all those people, they came to Shantiniketan to learn. Also thrown out. They could not withstand the atmosphere of Shantiniketan. Please go back and read the history. So I am not getting who is thrown out, who is there. That is not my intention. What I am trying to tell over here, my father, without having any MIT, Stanford, London School of Economics degree, he could understand what is economics all about. In present day, my servant who comes to my home, she also knows how to save money, and I have given so much money to her during COVID time. Whoever is looking after my house here in Mumbai, I know how they are doing it. They know much better than me. It's a very simple, fundamental thing. You don't need hi-fi science to understand how the microeconomics it works, how poverty line or poverty alleviation program, for that matter. You don't need to write hundreds of books. You don't need a Nobel Prize. Friends, time has come to cross this barrier of hypocritic line. I want to bring the honesty level into the picture. I could see my parents, my mother, how domestically she has cultivated or taken lot of farming at our place, and we are able to sustain without having any bank account whatever natural thing we have from agricultural. My brother, they can produce great minds. We have a big family, 4 brothers, 5 sisters. My brother is the first person from village in 1973 went to Kharagpur IIT. Naxal movement. He came to Calcutta, Nilratan Sarkar Medical College. That time my father had a vision to make their kids and reach up to that level. After that, he became doctor. His life is changed because of the Naxal movement. Who are those Naxals all about? Can somebody tell me in 1972 in Bengal to 75 how these communist people they have taken a violent shape, how the intellectuals, very intelligent minds they have converted to Naxal. It's a adulterated form of communist to Naxal. Please go back and read the history, you will understand. Today, my aspiration of my brother to become an aeronautical engineer is a dream for him. He could not do that because of rigging and torturing. He has to leave Kharagpur IIT within 1 month with rigorous torturing. He has to change his total life aims and objective to become an aeronautical engineer. He could clear in 3 streams. Please remember in 1972, a person is coming from a very village level with no good education, clearing out medical IIT and regional engineering college is very tough. It is because of my parents' vision who are illiterate. Friends, my purpose of not telling all those things, I am just correlating the things. We talk about the philosophy, the communists, they're totally silent. They're not talking against what is going on China now. They don't talk about North Korea. They don't talk about the Stalin. They have a fear that only nationalism is a bad thing. Friends, I want to tell you something else now. I want to tell something about intellectual strength what I have. India has seen many great people who fought for the freedom. Swami Vivekananda, Subhash Chandra Bose, Matangini Hajra, Binoy, Badal, Dinesh, Gandhiji, Jawaharlal Nehru, all those people they have fought. Some people are being hanged, some people they fought, continued, they become the Prime Minister of India, whatever post, partition of India, I talked about all those things. My purpose is not getting into that part. My purpose of telling all those things is to understand what is happening in India now. There is a total silence. We are not analyzing, we are not protesting against certain things. That's why I want to go back. Last few days I've been trying to understand probably if economics is going to help to resolve our problem or not. I was recalling, I was going through all the Nobel laureates, either it is from India or from any other places. There are altogether 48 or 50 Nobel laureates in the field of economics. As I have told you, last 15 years I have been following the history of science. I have talked about Alfred Nobel for more than 2 hours, how this is a nice man having 355 patents, and 1895 how he could imagine and developed his 94% of the total assets. he could kept with a will paper and sign this thing to be a Nobel Foundation. It's a private organization. His entire operation, he has told whatever he wants to say there. And he has also categorically mentioned that what are the subjects. I am coming back to the economics part that is very important to understand the economics. In his will paper, he talked about physics, chemistry, physiology, literature, and peace. Those are the 5 areas probably he has given thought, those 5 areas. Each year, Nobel Prize to be given whoever the best candidate with a selection committee. He has taken a very different step that the administration and selection, it should not mix up. So, for that matter, what he has told, he has not taken mathematics, he has not taken economic science. I think one need to understand the basic philosophy and understanding of Alfred Nobel, why he's not so fool. The person who is having 355 patents, he is not that fool who is giving his 94% money for this Nobel Foundation for the Nobel Prize. One need to go and get deeper into this thing. Mathematics is not there. Mathematics is the mother of all subjects. Economic science, physics, chemistry, biology cannot be completed without the mathematics. So, Alfred Nobel is not that fool, probably I can see. Similar way, he is not that fool that he has forgotten there is a subject called economics and there will be a Nobel Prize. This Nobel Prize has started in 1895. His will from 1901 or from 19, it took 4-5 years to stabilize the whole thing. The Nobel Prize giving started from 1900 to 1901 to till date. During Second World War, there are certain things not been given because of the war. Those are the things part of the close to 1,000 scientists given in different fields. Now coming back to the economic science that came into the picture in 1969. The economic science prize is being sponsored by a bank from Sweden. Friends, I want to tell you that story also too. What is this Nobel Prize we all about? We talk about this is a Nobel Prize. I'll tell you why it is not a Nobel Prize. One can go and check the website what they talk about this prize. I told in many places mother and mother-in-law is not the same place if they are sitting together. Mother is mother, mother-in-law is mother-in-law only. Please don't be again hypocritical over here. Let's be clear. Please go back, check the website what it is written. I'll read out what it is exactly written in the Nobel Foundation's website. Excuse me for a minute, I need to have water. Thank you. Friends, I want to continue this thing, what I talked about. I want to read exactly what it is written in the website so that there is no mistake. I have taken only that note because I have to memorize all those things since my mind is not working. I could recall 100-year history, political history, history of science, but I want to read out this statement. I want to understand the people what is actual Nobel Prize, and we are talking about the present Nobel laureates who are getting Nobel Prize in economics. I told already. Now let me read it. What it is written. Nobel Memorial Prize, the prize is in economics, is not one of the Nobel Prize which were endowed by Alfred Nobel in his will. However, nomination process and other formalities giving prize and other things process to be done as per Nobel Foundation's rule. It is the sponsored money from Sweden's General Bank, Reserve Bank, at anniversary of 300 years. So it is not a actual Nobel Prize. The Royal Swedish Academy of Science, they are going to give this prize whoever the eligible candidate for their great job what they have done in the field of economic science. So friends, what I am trying to tell over here, I'll come back to the Indian context. I told very clearly my stand, those are not the Nobel Prize actually. It is very clear over there. But in India, we feel they are the Nobel laureate. Even if we consider them as a Nobel laureate, I want to ask very few things to those Nobel laureates. What is their contribution they are doing across globe? They are very noble men. They should also give the clear message what is their stand. Do they blame China or also they feel it's a natural virus they have accepted? I want to have their opinion as I am not getting any kind of response from them. We love you so much, Dr. Amartya Sen, Dr. Abhijit Banerjee. We are 140 crores people. We want to know your opinion because we love so much. We give space to have intellectual debate of your work, what you have done on poverty line, poverty elevation, all those books, all those documents, all are in public domain. We want to know that how many theories that you have published, whether really those are in implementation. We want to know in COVID time your great work, how it is going to be benefited the common people. This nation wants to have some clarity. If you feel it's a natural, please say that. If you see this is something, please talk. Since we are raising a voice or concern towards the China, their symptoms are not good because every time they try to block open investigation, either it is from the WHO or whoever independent organizations are there, free entries are not there. Even they have not allowed or put lot of restriction to enter BBC in these premises in Wuhan. Why this is silence? Don't you feel there is a conspiracy over there? Whoever is working in that particular field, the scientist, what about their life? Don't we have a collective concern or consciousness? We want to know because our life is also under threat. Those are the concerns probably. I want to come back to another topic altogether. India, we are so proud about those Nobel laureates and we love so much, but we want to have your theory that is implemented. It is applicable for both the Nobel laureates. They are very senior, they are highly regarded, they have reached up to that level wherever their sitting Stanford, London, Trinity College, they are all Indians. Even though we write their citizenship is American, now you are global. Your wisdom should come to give the message to the world how this crisis can be encountered. Your theories are important. We have heard enough theories about Heisenberg, Max Planck, all the Nobel laureates, Einstein, all those theories. In science theory we can understand. If somebody is getting Nobel Prize, it's peace prize, we can understand from India. That is fine, we can understand. But in economic science, those sciences are, you have lot of theories you have developed. Innovations in poverty, I could see. I really do not understand what is innovations in poverty theory. Poverty is a poverty, and how to do poverty eradication program, that is, it is known from childhood. I have read, studied our Constitution of India by great Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar. At basic level, what he thought in India, there are poor people, they should be given a chance to uplift. The lower caste people, he has given reservation. He has given a restriction also 10 years there will be some kind of reservation so that they get a chance quota. Now our political system is using, it is continuing for last 75 years. Okay, this debate is totally different. But how your all theories are different from Babasaheb Ambedkar, what he has talked about. How your theories are different from my father without knowing all those terminology, macroeconomics, microeconomics, your Bandhan Bank research, your 1,000 families you have done, whatever sample survey, how give microfinancing, you have developed a sustainable model. Why we don't apply? Same thing, Amartya Sen, poverty elevation. We all talked about the poverty, how these poor people can be upgraded. It's fine. Everybody wants to be upgraded. I wanted to be upgraded. I wanted to have this t-shirt, what 100 rupees I am using. I want to have a Peter England shirt. It is obvious. But the question remains unanswered for me to know. We all talk about the poor people. You know how the world economics works. The total wealth is captured by 5% people of 80% wealth. Rest 20% is taken or shared by all those things. You don't talk about the upper creamy class, the poor, only poor. Only 20% reserve money, what is there, we want to have the upgradation, what government support to uplift there. Why we don't talk about collectively that poor will be uplifted, but what about the rich people who are having the 80% of wealth with limited people? The equal distribution is not there. Please, I want to have that answer. Please talk about that. How the richest economy who are holding the greatest wealth, if this wealth is not passed on down the line, will be remaining or fighting with only the 20%. Same situation in India. All the poor countries are having the same economic situation. It doesn't require a Stanford or MIT degree to understand how economy works, how democracy works. Dr. Abhijit Banerjee, Dr. Amartya Sen. Sitting here, I can understand and imagine. Until or unless we talk about the wealth who is sharing maximum, how those things can be percolated down the line, whether some kind of restriction of gathering wealth by certain set of people can be translated down the line. Please talk about or say something about that. You have given enough lecture anywhere in India or everywhere has given space, either in Bengal, JNU, all those intellectual hubs, wherever you have gone, it is given space to you. But those are the hardcore realities until or unless we talk about a homogeneous system, you cannot have better economy. It is not the government. We always talk about the government is not doing. You know it very well. In India, the tax, GST, all those things are coming. How much? Industry, working, government class, this class, below 10%. That revenue is not enough to support the entire system. It is not to blame the government at the end of the day, because we select the government. Until or unless we bring everybody into this bracket, including agriculture, there are many Prime Minister of India, they are agriculture, their profession. They have millions of hectares land, they have hoard. Same bourgeois system that is exist, you all know. If you read 400 years history, you need not be a historian, or I need not be an historian. I can easily see how things operate. I can always see the British Raj also, how for their purpose they have selected very creamy people, the Brahmin, Rai Chaudhary, all those things, given education and serve their purpose. That is well documented. Please don't teach me the history or anybody, but I can correlate certain things, how things operates. So in this situation, is there any need to think the whole economics in totality so that you have a uniform society? I'm not talking about the nationalism. You might not be liking this word, the nationalism. Rishi Aurobindo was a nationalist. He is also, somebody recommended his name for Nobel Prize because he is nationalist. He has not got the Nobel Prize. Gandhiji's name also, he has applied not once, twice, thrice. 1935, 36, 37, his name that is been sent to Nobel Foundation to giving Peace Prize. He has not got it. I do not know for what purpose his application has been rejected. The peace. I am not an historian. Probably one need to really see the application why Gandhiji is not selected. My purpose of not telling why Gandhiji is not selected, why Rishi Aurobindo is not selected, I told you the reason probably. He's a nationalist, that's why. All communists are welcome for economic science prize because they talk about the poverty elevation, programming and everything. I'll talk about that research. For last 1 year I had a lot of plan to make an experiment at home, how poverty elevation model can be done, why the freebies is affecting the basic instinct of life. I have started to do a lot of experiment on animals. I'll come back to you. My question is very simple. One need to think the economics in a different way in present day. That is what my submission to you. I am not intellectually fighting. I am just raising few points. The important points, whether those are relevant or not, please answer. I want to learn. I want to learn and enrich my wisdom and knowledge and understanding. If I am able to learn something from you, I bow down in front of you, both Amartya Sen and Abhijit Banerjee. You are all Nobel laureates. Because we need your advice. You are very intelligent. People know that Nobel laureate, thinking about Nobel laureate, I cannot think. I cannot think rest of my life to become a Nobel laureate. You got a chance. You got a chance, whichever, with your own wisdom, you had reached up to that level. We know all the great scientists who have contributed. We have been benefited, either it is the history of physics, chemistry, biology, There are many technological development that is taking place, but I want to have this area of economic science, how it is benefiting us. What are the theories that is being proposed? I don't like to talk about the other Nobel laureates because I have gone through 50 profiles on climate change, how market can be controlled. There are many issues on climate change also, carbon related matter, because this climate change area is one of the greatest subject. That is, I have the technology and other issues, how the simulation model, various model can have impact on developing new varieties, can counter and can be used to develop new varieties to counter these adverse environmental conditions like temperature, CO2, ozone, what is expected down the line because of global warming. There are many scientists, close to 2,500 scientists in India. I am personally working because I have certain understanding. I am not talking just like that on blank zone. Even I told that I do not have the understanding. I have wisdom. I believe whatever I am speaking from my heart because my parents are no more. That's why I am dedicating my this lecture and telling intellectuals globally, if you have any relevance in my lecture to correlate, you can give me advice. If something can be taken further to shape the humanity, that is my only submission. I am not challenging you or nobody. Nobel Foundation is there. Your wisdom is there. God can help. So I am a great believer, not God. I believe something is there, some spirit is there. That wisdom, I am exercising it, whatever things I have. Friends, I want to again deviate little bit. I talked about our love and passion for literature. The first person in literature got Nobel Prize in 1913, Rabindranath Tagore. You go anywhere in this world, Rabindranath, Rabindranath, Rabindranath. I have uttered my first introductory lecture with a quote from Tagore only. Gitanjali is a collection of poetry translating from Bengali to English. Who has written this thing, the introduction part? It is W.B. Yeats. I am 100% sure if W.B. Yeats is not written the introduction part, Rabindranath Tagore could not have got the Nobel Prize. I'll tell why. People might be objecting. He's a great writer, no doubt. But if you see his background, people used to tell him he is bourgeois because he's from a Jamindar system. He is a son of a Jamindar, capitalistic. We have allergy towards the capitalism, that is fine. But he talks in his poetry the humanity, boundaryless world. Now the question is, if I am from a rich family, don't I have right to know to spread the message of communism? If I am from a bourgeois system, whether I have right to spread the message of communism? Can a spiritual man or a corrupt man, for that matter, any person who has murdered 20, 30 people, sit in a place, talk about the spiritualism, whether we are in a position to listen this person, even how holistically this person is talking about the spiritualism? Can you please educate me? I am talking about the contradiction. The contradiction, your origin, thought process, you are speaking something, but actually you are doing something. You have physically, mentally, and you're intellectually, you are a different species in your head. Am I not wrong or right? Please do explain me. We are living in a very hypocritic zone. I talked about the JNU, the hub. They don't believe. They believe whole world is their home. Please have some rationality. I request all the great students from JNU, you also passed out from JNU. That's why communism is falling. It is getting into the dictatorship. What are the reasons for the erosion that we need to understand? Your theory and practice, if it is not matching at the end of the day, the outcome probably we can see all this 21st century that is exactly happening. I told you those things. The fate of North Korea, Stalin, the initial days of China when they got independence, how they have disturbed the ecological system by killing birds. They feel that is because if country has to be fed with food, so probably this sparrow has to be killed. Please go back and read the history. How the ecological disaster that had happened in China, only they have wished they should have food. One cannot disturb the ecological system. God has sent in this earth with his wisdom. Today coronavirus is there. If it is natural, probably it is his wisdom. Probably he is giving the signal, look, if you don't change now, there will be much more disaster that is coming. Probably we are not able to tap what signal that frequency message is giving. I am not a great philosopher. I am just putting my point over here. And I also want to have your stand on China, on those issues I have told previously. Friends, I want to refer Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore is in my heart. At childhood, I used to recite close to 60, 70 poetry, the entire literature, poetry, wherever you say, at childhood, every occasion, Rabindra Jayanti, everywhere. If you tell me today also, by standing in roadside, I can recite. If I close my eyes, close to 10, 20 poetries, I can recite from my mind. I have a lot of love, respect for Rabindranath. But the same Rabindranath was given a brand name. He is representing the bourgeois system. He got Nobel Prize for his credibility, whatever he has done for many years. I do not have problem, no authority. I write simple thing, small poetry that has got no relevance for that matter. His poetry has got enormous impact. That's why till 1930 to 2021, Bengal, for that matter, India could not produce a single Nobel laureate. This is the vacuum. Till we are going back to Vivekananda, till we are going back to Rishi Aurobindo, till we are going back to Subhash Chandra Bose, we do not see any kind of leader. At least we can expect something from the intellectuals like you. You can be the torch bearer of our society. That is what we need. And common people like me who were worried about twice food and meal, living my parents 2500 kilometers away from home as a Bohiragato. I want to tell you why this Bohiragato is coming. What are the things, your developmental agenda for India another 50 years? I have written a vision document of 4 hours presentation about my India. Already I have expressed in YouTube. There are many things in different area I have taken. How the revamping of election process, revamping of the constitution, what are the hindering factors, uniform civil code, education, health, agricultural, entrepreneurship, many aspects I have taken. I have taken in totality how India can be given a better India tomorrow so that our 140 crores people can sleep nicely, they can smile nicely because you have all forgotten how to smile, how to dance. It is not only the intellectual committee, they have the morality to speak. Now you have to speak from your mind, speak from your heart. Otherwise, if we don't speak the truth, one day the danger will come at doorstep. all pseudo intellectuals also will be affected. This coronavirus is not political. When God sees everything, this political, non-political, rich, poor, no scheduled caste, no scheduled tribes, anything, he sees from a very broader perspective. It is not selective. Please do understand what I want to convey here. I want to thank everybody because I am just lot of dehydration. I am really confused what to say, I have not prepared this speech at all, except what is the Nobel Prize is all about in economic science. I want to clarify. Rest, whatever I talk, this is from my heart. I want to tell you nationalism is important. If you don't feel that certain things belongs to you and this requires protection, whichever means it is, you cannot open the door. You are sitting in the US. Can I come without passport? Can you explain me? Because I am talking about the universe. Universe is my home. That's why if I landed in Chicago or any other city, take a flight, can I get into the system? I'll be thrown out. I won't be able to go to Israel. I won't be able to go to Germany. I won't be able to go to UK for that matter, for any countries. There is no door open. Only our door is open. These poor countries, just you cross from one direction to another direction without paying anything by the exchange of goat and all. We are so honest and liberal. If we don't allow them, then there is a question is coming, the humanity and all human rights, why these Rohingyas are not allowed, they should be allowed to India. Please, can you allow some poor people at your home? Can you take care of their education, health and other things? As an individual, what contribution you want to do it? Please tell me. There are enough talents are there in India, they are suffering. Let's not be hypocritical. Please have the reality, sense, the morality. Please do understand certain things. If I am not able to allow somebody at my home and given shelter, if I believe certain things, whole universe is my home, I really do not have any moral right to speak about all those things. I am talking about the intellectually, whatever thought processes. There are a conflict. What you do, what you philosophically think, how you execute it. Always there is a conflict. The way I have told you, a bourgeois mind or person cannot write about the communism. There will be always contradiction. So, finally, I want to tell you, we need to fix our ideas, head and mind, what we think rationally, those things to be executed. It requires nationalism. If it is required nationalism, if you feel that way, Rishi Aurobindo is not a nationalist, if you feel Subhash Chandra Bose is not nationalist, they are all nationalists. Because of the nationalism that is the driving force today, they have done whatever today we are, even though we don't recognize. The history is bitter. History is not written in a four wall inside JNU. I know all those things who the people have written last 60 years, what kind of history they have written, it is known. All are public domain. But time has come to bring out the real history of India, for that matter, even science and technology, whoever is doing contribution in many fields, they should be given the priorities. Whoever is listening, please welcome. I welcome everybody to share, because I want to see a better India. I don't like to see many more people are dying because of COVID. That's why I have told this is artificial. We should protest or put at least official complaint can be given that this matter can be looked out, because it's a matter of 140 crores people life is in stake. It is not that XYZ is being vaccinated, he has got twice food, He can nicely drink and sleep at the end of the day. What about the rest? My family has got one vaccination. The second vaccination is not giving time, even the dates are due. So, you want me to die without vaccination? Where to go? Where to protest? Where to raise our concern? That is what it is bothering me. The way it is bothering me, the way I have lost my closest one today, I don't want this thing to more damage, because my another 3 4 members at home, they are also going through the COVID. So we need to enter into the bottom of the problem, the origin. We believe in science, the origin of species is the Bible of science by Charles Darwin. I have a lot of respect. This person is a philosopher. He can philosophically understand that time even there is no science and technology. He can imagine a lot of things. Till after many years also, we are not able to tell that theory of evolution is a bad thing. So friends, I want to conclude by saying thank you very much. It's my pleasure to talk to you all, this intellectual committee. Thank you very much. Good night. I want to see my father. He is living in heaven with good health. Though many parties they declare after death also there will be money sent to heaven. Those are political promises. Please look into that also. So I can keep on continuing all those things. I don't like to continue it. I am Bohiragato. Probably you are sitting in US, all those great scientists. So nobody has dared to tell you you are Bohiragato. You are very much Indian. Whole India, whoever is holding their identity as Indian, all are Indians. So intellectually, the world is your home, the way I am communicating. I have a lot of friends. I wish everybody should give their comment, suggestion. If I have spoken something wrong, excuse me. I appeal to everybody, please look into this thing so that at least I want to enrich my knowledge and wisdom if I have done some mistake. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Bye bye. Take care. Bye.